Hi, Subramaniam Shankaran from IT. Had a very good discussion during the NIRC CSF training today morning. And the one thing that I would like to share with you all is, see, the security follows the data. Okay, so security follows the data. Security follows the sense. We discussed about confidentiality, integrity, availability, and we also know there's a physical security, administrative security, and then technical security. And we have six controls: deterrent control, corrective recovery, directive, and then compensating. Now, wherever the data actually goes, okay, let it be the data in transit, data at rest, or data in use. Wherever there is a sensitive data, all these elements act together. Okay, all these concepts are going to act together to ensure that the data security is actually maintained. Okay, that's why you always say the security follows the data, and I add privacy follows the personal data. Now, if you look at the technical scoping for the GDPR or the privacy data implementation, okay, the technical scoping is where the personal data is at rest, personal data is in use, and personal data is at transit. As simple as that. So we have the physical security, technical security, and administrative security. Obviously, the administrative security, the documentation that we are actually going to have, and the physical security to ensure that the data containing a repository or the technical element containing the data, be it at rest, be it in motion, okay. So it's secure physically against an intruder or natural calamity, etc. And for technical, okay, so infiltration of the malicious traffic and exfiltration of sensitive data is actually taken care technically, the firewalls, IDS, IDPS devices, CASPs, or whatever you're going to call it as, okay? So all these elements are acting to secure the data. So the vital element here, okay, is the data, okay? So you all know the data. The data security basically means all these elements, okay, that we are discussing about. So there's something called as a Macumber's cube, okay? John Macumber proposed this cube, okay? I think yearly 2010s, actually 2012, etc. During that time, on confidentiality, integrity, availability, data in transit, data in use, and data at rest, and then physical security, technical security, and administrative security. Even after 23, 25 years, okay, it still remains the veritable base for data security. Okay, that is number one. Number two, so we had discussion about the discussion about the GDPR, etc. Now we also discussed about what is called as an the data transfer. Now data transfer in GDPR, okay, across the border, not literally means only you giving the data to another country, but giving the access to another country to access the data is also equal to a data transfer. For the subjects or for the support or for the persons in other country to actually use the data, you need not give them the data. You can give them the access to the data. So when you say the data transfer across the border, okay, literally means the data access also across the border, okay, is equal to the giving them the data across the border. So when you do an implementation of the data protection, be it GDPR or PDPL Saudi Arabia, DPDP India, you will not only take care of giving the data to a third party, giving access to a third party for the data also is equivalent to transferring the data across the border. Okay, so we should also consider this during, GDPR or PDPL or DPDP implementation, or rather any data protection implementation. Okay, thank you very much. This is Subramaniam Shankaran from IEEE. Stay connected for further videos on data protection, security, and penetration testing. Cheers. Bye bye.